Before we begin, there's a slight delay to the start of the entertainment due to performers having to deal with a slight technical hitch. Meanwhile, we will carry on with our regular business, and we'd ask our minute secretary to come forward and read the minutes for us. Thank you all very much.
Ladies, the minutes will soon be read today. The bowlers and the curlers, I'm sure, have much to say, but this week is our open night, our biggest, best event, and I've just made a dish for it you'll all find heaven sent. It's my lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise with slices of pimento. You won't believe your eyes, all topped with a pineapple ring and a dash of mayonnaise. My vanilla wafers round the edge will win your highest praise. Oh yes, and Maureen McIntyre's made scones that are filled with peanut mousse, to be followed by a chicken bowl made in the shape of a goose. For ladies who must watch those palms, we found a special dish: strawberry ice enshrined with rice and bits of tuna fish, and my lime jello with marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. Truly a creation, description devised, will go so well with Maureen Hall's creation of the week: shrimp salad tossed with chocolate sauce and garnished with a leek. And Sheila Nixon's walnut loaf that's crowned with melted cheese was such a hit last open night, we asked no seconds please. But you must try her hedgehog pie with candied mushroom slices. Those ladies who resigned last year, they just don't know what nice is. But my lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise, I did not steal that recipe, it's lies, I tell you, lies. A grand award, a shopping bag, and a day trip into town for anyone who tries each dish and keeps their supper down. I'm sure you've all been waiting for the biggest news of dessert. We thought of things in molten rings your diets to subvert. You must try our chocolate layer cake on a peanut brittle base with slices of banana that make a funny face. Around the edges, peppermints just swimming in peach custard with luscious little curly hues of lovely yellow mustard. If all this is too much for you, permit me to advise more lime jello marshmallow cottage cheese surprise. I've made hits! Good evening, ladies. Now, I'm sure you may have noticed that this evening we have some men in the audience. It's wonderful to see you, gentlemen. Please, ladies, be kind to them, be gentle. For many, it will be their first time at a WI meeting. Anyway, it's very nice to see you, gentlemen, and I don't think you realize just how much we've been looking forward to having you. It's so nice to see you. One thing I will say, if you do go to our lovely toilets through there, please replace the seat. While we're on that subject, I must do a few domestics before I read the minutes. Now, we do not plan a fire drill tonight, but if you should hear a fire alarm, which will consist of someone running in and shouting, "Fire!" very loudly, then you must leave by the fire exit at the back behind the curtain there, or these doors here. And if you should feel you need a break during the proceedings, the toilets are through the back. Now, I don't think there's any more domestic. Oh, yes, there are. Anyone has a mobile phone, please switch it off. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now, to carry on, I believe the entertainment is ready to begin. So, I hope you all sit back and enjoy yourself and have a good time, because we intend to. Things may go wrong, please just laugh. But we're glad that you've come out among warm friends on this cold night. And in a minute, I'll tell you why. Good. come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine, tea, come hear the band. Come roll your arms, start celebrating, like this way your table's waiting. And hearing the prophets of doom, they'll wipe every smile away. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. I used to have a girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you'd call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes of too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, she was the happiest corpse I'd ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day, and how she used to turn to me and say, these were her very words: what good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum, so come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle to tomb, it isn't that long a stay. Life is a cabaret, old chum, only a cabaret, old chum, and I love a cabaret. Don't mind saying decency. I must tell you something. I actually had this on under my other clothes, and then realised it's an all-in-one and I needed the toilet. Oops. Right, that was Cabaret from Camden and Ebb's musical Cabaret, which was a musical theatre production and a film. And the film actually really put in the spotlight Liza Minnelli. Now, it wasn't her first film, because she'd made her film debut as a very young child when she appeared in one of her father's films, which was called In the Good Old Summertime, and she appeared as a babe in the arms of her mother, Judy Garland. Now, to change from Liza to Judy, make sure we've got that in the right place as well. This machine's going to be the bane of my life tonight. We need a change of hat and a nice jacket, so I'll almost be decent. Now this is awkward because I don't know how men fasten buttons at the wrong side. There we go. This was a film that she made for MGN. It was the last film for MGN, and it was a film called Summer Stock. After that, she made the films with other companies, but that was the last one with that particular company. And for this particular number, she had made the whole film, and then months and months later, they filmed this particular scene, and she'd lost about 15 pounds, so I need to lose that again as well. So here we go. Let's see what the play, come on. Can't get the bad musicians these days. Forget your troubles. Chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. We're heading across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's so, so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for judgment day. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Chase your cares away. Hallelujah, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. The Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're gonna be going to the promised land. We're headed across the river. Wash your sins away in the tide. It's quiet and peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, get happy. Chase your cares away. Shout hallelujah, get happy. Get ready for your judgment day. Come on, get happy. Chase your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. The sun is shining, come on, get happy. Lord is waiting to take your hand. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. We're going to the promised land. Heading across the river, wash your sins away in the tide. It's so, so peaceful on the other side. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Chase your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready for the judgment day. Liza was the product of Judy Garland and Vincent Minnelli, but Judy Garland's actually married again to a gentleman whose first name I don't know, but his second name was Loft. And she had a son and a daughter, and the daughter was Lorna Loft. Now this made Lorna Liza's half-sister. I don't have a half-sister, I just have a fool. A full sister. We love each other really, apart from the time when I nearly killed her, and all I can say about that is I would have been out by now. Anyway, she's a very talented lady. She's a grandmother to one lovely grandchild and 2 horrible grandchildren. That's just because they're girls and I don't like girls. I like wee boys. Oh, shoot me a safeguard. Anyway, she's going to read to you because as well as being a grandmother and a crafter, she's a published writer and she's going to read to you some of her own stuff tonight. Please welcome Juanita. Thank you. Also dresser.
Dresser, roadie, chief cook and bottle washer, tidier upper. When Cheryl asked me to help her tonight, I thought she was going to ask me to be a roadie and carry stuff for her. Go figure. At least this time I got a bit of warning. Last time she asked me to help her, we were driving to the gig when she said to me, "Oh, by the way, you have to entertain the audience for 5 minutes while I get changed." So I had to sit and write something during the interval to do when she was away getting changed into a fairy, I think it was at the time. Anyway, I really wondered what it's like to grow up with a good-looking, intelligent and talented sister. Well, just ask Cheryl, she knows. Right, well, as she said, I like to write. Now, I like to write because I enjoy it. Some of my things are for publications, some are for reading out and some are very self-indulgent and very personal. I tried to pick things out tonight that I thought would resonate with people here and hopefully make you smile. The first one I picked is called Teaspoons. I don't know what it's like in your house, but you can never find the teaspoons. So this one is called Teaspoons, and it's, oh, where have all my teaspoons gone? I simply cannot think. There aren't any in the drawer or in the kitchen sink. I've all the knives and all the forks, dessert spoons, soup spoons too, but teaspoons I have only one. Where have the rest got to? I've checked the kitchen cupboards, and there aren't any there, nor in the bin or in the fridge. I'll have to search elsewhere. I had a full set long ago, now all but one are gone. They surely can't have left the house. Do you think a spoon can run? Perhaps if I go tidy up the clutter all around, some teaspoons I will excavate from whence they've gone to ground. But I prefer just sitting here with my creative muse and write or craft or draw or paint. I've only got to choose. Perhaps I'll sit out in the sun, enjoy some time al fresco. And as for teaspoons, I suppose, I can buy some more from Tesco. I don't know what your offspring are like, but mine are always that way to throw things out. It's time you decluttered, Mum. You've got far too much stuff. What are you holding on to that for? So, the writing group that I attend, we give ourselves a little challenge each week and we go away with a subject to write about. And one of the weeks the subject was just in case. And this is a little story that I came up with for just in case. Throw it out, Mum. No, I want to keep it. Why? Just in case. In case of what? In case I need it. What on earth could you possibly need it for? You can get all that information off the internet. You never know. But it's ancient. Well then, maybe it'll be worth something one day. Yeah, in the year 2525. Well, you can keep it and leave it to your grandchildren. But it's old and tatty, and anyway, nobody needs them nowadays. You could say the same thing about me. Mum, what's the point of me trying to help you declutter if you won't throw anything out? Please let me keep it. All right, but the next 3 things go out, okay? Okay, just let me put it somewhere safe. Julie remembered the conversation as if it were yesterday. She smiled as her granddaughter called out, "Gran, where are you? You promised to teach me how to make a sponge like Great-Gran used to make. I've tried loads of recipes off the internet, but they just don't turn out the same." "Come in, sweetheart. I was just looking for Great-Gran's old WI cookbook." And as Julie opened the tattered and stained ancient copy, out fell a little note. "I knew this would come in handy one day, so I kept it, just in case." Now, I've never been a member of the rural, I'm not a good joiner in that, although as you get older, groups like this are brilliant because it becomes harder and harder to make new friends. And as you get together as a group, you can share skills and experiences. And one thing I have learned is that you can learn just as much from young people as you can from old. I went to college as a mature student, and I think 50% of what I learned was from the young students, as much as what I learned from the tutors. So it's a two-way street, particularly when it comes to technology. So this one is dedicated to all of you rural members who are always spending time helping other people. And it's called Be Good to Yourself. Be good to yourself. Be gentle. Be kind. You're so good to others, I'm sure they won't mind. Take a nap, have a coffee, read a book, watch TV, phone a friend for a natter. Just do nothing, that's free. Have a day at the beach or a walk in the sun. Do whatever you fancy. It's called having fun. You deserve to be pampered. It's so good for your health. And believe me, that's much more important than wealth. Never think that some me time is selfish or wrong. For recharging your batteries will help keep you strong. So switch off and chill out. Put your cares on the shelf and take time every day to be good to yourself. Now it's back to the day job and being the roadie again.
which I count as being from my wedding repertoire. When I first went to study singing, I used to get asked to sing at weddings quite a lot, and that was actually one of the first ones that I ever did. I'm pleased to say the couple are actually still together. And that must have been nearly 25 years ago. The reason I mention the wedding repertoire is some of the wedding repertoire appears on my CD, which I have tonight, and which you can either have for a donation to the WI, or if you buy one of their wonderful cookbooks, you can have a free CD to go with it. So that would be 2 Secret Santa gifts in one. The next one from the wedding repertoire is one of my favourites, mainly because the words are so easy. In fact, they're so easy that you'll probably pick them up very quickly. So if you feel like joining in, Please do. Participation very soon, though. I'm going to move on to something quite glamorous now. So I'm going to take this off, if I can find the safety pins. See the glamour of the stage? Oh, right, now, I need my wee headband. And real diamond bracelet. You're alright, it's no diamonds are a girl's best friend. Because I'm no chocolatey clear, right? That's why I've got to put my bra on as well. Right. Now then, finally the earrings. We decided that as we are sisters, we would look for various sistery type songs to sing. We've chosen about 4, I think, of varying difficulties and varying quality, shall we say. Are you ready, sister dear? I'm ready, sister dear. Sisters, there were never such devoted sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, no sir. I'm here to keep my eye on her. Caring, sharing, every little thing that we are wearing. When a certain gentleman arrived from Rome, she wore the dress and I stayed home. All kinds of weather we stick together, the same in the rain or sun. 2 different faces, but in tight places, we think and we act as one. The join us for the next few songs. At least he's going to be our stooge. I was hoping he'd be here tonight. Somebody can tell him. We'll show him the video.
Please don't show me the video.
What's the next? Oh yes, we're paring down a bit. We've gone across the Atlantic because, as I say, we're looking for various sister groups. Most of them were trios. That song was featured in White, C word that I'm not going to say it because it's only November, and it was the Haynes sisters that were the name of the couple. We should actually have had John and Keith to do the bit after it where the two guys come on. I'm sure they'll do that next time. Anyway, we decided we'd go with the Andrews sisters. So we're going very military. Now we know that Graham's a naval man, so there's a story behind this. When they sent for the trilby, this is what came. And I thought, what can I do with that? So here we go. I'm going to sing to you. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home. I just heard back from the guy who heard from the guy next door to me. The girl you met just loves to pet and suits you to a T. So don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't you sit under that apple tree with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, no, no. Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me till I come marching home. Don't you go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. Anyone else but me. No, 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 no. Don't go walking down Lover's Lane with anyone else but me till I come marching home. For goodness sake. Well, that's supposed to be everything. Aye. Now, whether I'll get these on, I don't know. See my bunions?
I lost it all.
You've lost a bowl.
I lost it all.
It's like my bedroom. Right, what do we do next? Oh, audience participation time. Right. This is a song you'll know that there are actions. Now, you'll have to stand to do the actions. So I'm going to go like that, I'm going to go like that, I want you to stand up. Let's have a wee practice. If you can stand. I'm going to go like that, you sit down again. Now, I might forget. So when we get to the end of the chorus, you can just sit down again. And what I want, we're going to sing how much is that doggy in the window? And then I want you to go either woof woof or yap yap, whatever doggy noise you want to make. You might want to be a sheepdog, in which case we'll go meh meh. Anyway, you've got to do it at the right time though, because there's a wee dog on the recorder, so you have to do it along with him. And then for the one with the waggly tail, I want you to go. For those from Kirkmahoe, I want you to oscillate your posterior. For those from Dunska, that means shake your backside. Right, and when we get to, right, that was what? How much is that doggy in the window? Woof woof, the one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? Woof woof. I do hope that doggy's for sale. Now, what you're doing there is you're going to go into your wallets and take out £10 and bring it or you could pretend it's a credit card, or if you happen to have a Coots Gold card, wave the real thing, but make sure your PIN number's written on the back. So are you going to be ready for these actions? Now, this is us being the Beverley Sisters, whose main hits again were seasonal songs, so we didn't want to do that. So that's why we went for this, and we're going for the fluffy image. But a wee bit of sparkle as well, because you have to have sparkle. Life's no life without glim. Now for Graham. Because he's so foxy. And during this, we'll also introduce you to some other friends. We've got Lee Spotty Dog. You've got doing that. And when we get to the verse with the bunny and the kitten, I want the lady, when I say we don't want a bunny or a kitten, I want the ladies to go meow. Have a wee practice. Meow. I don't want a parrot that talks. Gentlemen, pieces of eight.
Pieces of eight.
I don't want a bowl of little fishes, everybody splish slosh. Because you can't take a good fish box. Right, who's in there? Oh. Typical cat, it doesn't do what it tells you. Right, here we go. And it starts with the chorus, so you can stand up to begin. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to Ecclefechan and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and doggy will have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I read in the paper there are robbers with flashlights that shine in the dark. My love needs a doggy to protect him and scare them away with one bark. I don't want a dog or a kitten. I don't want a carrot that talks. I don't want a bowl of little fishes. Gosh, you can't take that goldfish for walks. How much is that doggy in the window? Doggy's Isn't it amazing what you can get reasonably sane, intelligent people to do? Right, we've come back over this side of the water and we looked for some homegrown talent. Now there were a couple of sisters in Glasgow called, I think it was the Prince Sisters. Father was a chap called Valentine Prince, and he was a theatrical magician. and they took up touring clubs and all sorts of things. Now, you might know them better as Fran and Anna. So we need a wee tartan hat for you. Well, he's gave his dog away already. It was just for Christmas for him. We shall also be decked in tartan. Fran and Anna, you see, were usually totally bedecked in tartan. Now, they also tended to wear mini kilts, but we thought it was unfair to have to call an ambulance out here. We're sparing you that. We looked in the repertoire, and we found, lo and behold, they had a song that's really appropriate to hear. Now, this is probably the worst song you'll ever hear in your life. I'm being honest about that, but it's so bad it's good. You'll want to go and get recordings of this, I'll tell you. I'm very grateful. Believe it or not, the backing track wasn't commercially available. I had to commission it from a friend who now hates me. And hopefully this will be the right one.
Start to
Halloween and St Andrew's Day, so I thought I'd join the two together and give you a little poem in Scots. If you don't understand it, ask somebody. I'll try and explain bits of it. I think you'll get the gist. It's a spooky poem. A chap in a twal, a ghaist there came, into Melchizedek Wabster's hame. It stump it butt, and it stump it ben, kinda heavy ghost, till it stood by the bed of that best of men. 'Twas then Melchizedek swat wi' dread, and his grey hairs bristled upon his head. But his braw young wife, it was Jean, his third, slept by his side like a nesting bird. Then they words come wi' a nicey breath. Melchizedek, I am the angel of death. Sakes, says Wabster, you give me a sweat, but you can't be wanting the lassie yet. The ghaist it laughed. Ha 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 ha! Oh man, you're black, but 'tis you I'm wanting, Melchizedek. Then doesn't we dread, the good man sat wrecked up on his bed, and he gurned and grat. Oh, angel, he said, you've come full soon, for my brother is owing me half a croon. For guide to my father-in-law I lent a putty knife and a patio pent, and I ken them well, they will never pay my heirs and assigns if I'm carried away. And what will this ewe lamb day had lain in this vale o' tears when I am gane? Hoots, dinna fash, this is a Scottish ghost. Hoots, dinna fash, the angel said, and he smote Melchizedek Wabster dead. He was a karate expert. But the bonny bit bride, she didn't stir till the sun and the birds, they wakened her. Then she raxed out her hand, and through his sack she felt Melchizedek cold and stark. She crept to the door, that wafer bride, and at the stairhead she stopped and cried, Kirsty! They words she found strength to say, will only be needing yen egg the day. Me and friends, well, I've got my sister and we've got Graham and these animals, so actually I think the audience are really our friends, and I want to thank, we had Remembrance Day at the weekend, but I'd like to thank the friends that are no longer with us, either abroad or gone altogether, and this is a wee song that my granny used to like. So. I think we've got the right number. You can join in the chorus here. Far from my home I wander, but still my thoughts return to my
was educated, my education started in the mid-1950s. And from the very beginning when I went to school, I became a rebel because they spent all this time teaching us to speak proper English and not to speak Scots. And then gave us prizes for learning Burns poems. So somewhere along the line there I thought, wait a minute. Unfortunately, when I started to write, because I'd never seen Scots written down, it was very difficult to even think in Scots and write. So I used to have to write in English and then translate it into Scots. But then I decided, this is daft. Just write it the way you talk and never mind whether it's spelled right or no, because nobody will ken the difference. And way back at the millennium, that's when I decided I was going to write in Scots for most of my work. And this is the one that came to mind. It was a tribute to Rabbie Burns. And it was, I just spent time thinking, wonder if he'd write in text message. You know, you think he'd write in text speak or something like that. And what would he have to say about how the world is? You know, because it's not really that different, is it? There might be a lot more technology, but everybody's still getting on everybody's nerves. So this is a wee one that I wrote then, and I think it really just tells you how it is. To Rabbie Burns my thoughts I turn when January nears, to how he lived and things he did, so long ago in years, and what he'd say to modern day contemporary peers. He'd surely hear a verse or two about the world today. Man's inhumanity to man is still a book, he'd say, and all our dreams, our hopes, our schemes can still go after delay. 200 years since I was here and nothing's changed at all. This culture fetched with that, and then another fetched straw. No sense in learning history, it seems to me, at all. Can folk no live together and respect each other's ways? We're only here a few short years, then everybody dies. Why, when we waste the time we hae, it doesn't seem so wise. The God ye hae and how ye pray, folk shouldn't gie a jot. Your accent and your ancestry, what colour skin you've got. To fecht with folk all our that is just a load of rot. The way we come into this world for everyone's the same, and we mun leave it a hint when our time it has came. Let's hear them say, now's come the day to put an end to shame. Nae mair will yin lay claim to be the better race, but brother be to brother, and live side by side with grace, and let this new millennium see the world a better place. Mentioned my grandchildren. I've got two lovely granddaughters who are teenagers, hence I'm saying that they're adorable children. They're not really, but they're just at that age where, you know, they argue about everything with each other, and then they argue everything with me, so, you know, I'm sure you all know what it's like. But then I got a lovely surprise almost a year ago, when my daughter, who thought she was going through the change of life, suddenly found out she was 6 months gone and produced a lovely little baby boy. And he's doing very well and he's absolutely gorgeous, and he just smiles at everybody and I'll hug you bits. And this is a little poem dedicated to anyone who's got grandchildren and who loves to have them round. And it's called My House is All Messy. My house is all messy, but I didn't care. There's crumbs on the carpet and stuff on the floor. There's wee scraps of paper all over the place. There's scissors and cardboard and ribbons and lace. There's pencils and crayons and felt tips and all. There's paintings and drawings stuck onto the wall. There's dressing up plays flung all over my bed. There's comics and books that's been many times read. There's leftover pizza on plates in the sink, and wee plastic beakers they hunt for a drink. There's money a sign that my grandmeans are there. My house is all messy, but I didn't care. And back to the day job again, I think. Let's see if I can get this right or she'll tell me off. I think getting on at me, you know, you'd think she was the older sister, not the younger one. Honestly. She was the older sister.
Now, if it was set in Dumfries, basically what would have been being sung was, Dad, I've met this fella and I really, really like him. I really like him. We want to get married and we're going to get Carolyn to buy an engagement ring. And see if you didn't let me marry him, I'm going to jump off Devergilla Bridge and into Nathan Kilmsall. It's all done very tongue in cheek because she actually knows that she's got her father twisted around her little finger and you know, anything. This next one I've chosen. Hope I can manage it. It's one of my favourite Puccini arias. I'm going to sing it in English. The reason I've chosen it, it's from an opera called La Rondine, and La Rondine was introduced at the same year that the WI started. So this is a sort of happy birthday song. friend. She gives me the fairy gin. If I was handing them out, I would have given you the gee gin and I would have taken the fairy gin.
Well, that's all right then. I've got the gee gin and you've got the fairy gin.
For goodness sake, well, I'll have to put my scarf on because you can't do cleaning without it. You never saw Hilda doing cleaning without a scarf.
Hilda Way.
Hilda Ogden. Never Hilda Ogden. Remember when we used to have tellies? Aye, a long time ago. Can't afford the TV licence.
I just have to write it.
No, the rubbish. Right then. Oh. I need to get the right footwear when I know. Yeah. You all recognise me now, wouldn't you? That woman that stops in the wellies with the trolley and the meter. I made a naughty mess.
We're supposed to be cleaning up the
There's
mess.
my bucket here. My bucket, my cleaning materials. Oh, God, it's heavy water here. Need that in there. Oh, my gloves. I hope here, I hope I can get these gloves on. I've got awfully delicate hands, you can.
Since when?
Hands that do dishes and feel soft as your bum.
Mummy, why are your hands so soft and smooth?
Oh, I don't know.
Because Daddy does the washing up.
That sounds alright. Right then, here. Start with, we can't clean without music, of course. Why don't you show? Come on, hen, we're going to clean this room. We flash and dash, we're going to scrub the flare and tuck the curtains down. The curtains. And use flash and dash. Grab your mug, I'll put the kettle on. We'll lay a cup of tea and a wee buttered scone. And then we'll make a start and tear this place apart. We flash and dash. Grab a mug, we'll get the hoover out. You slash and dash, you'll need your rubber gloves and your welly boots. And flash and dash, put on your scarf and your overall. We're gonna clean this place while we hay a ball. And though we look a sight, your blues are shining white. We flash and dash. Now this is the point that where if we were sponsored by Cameron Macintosh, we would have glamorous dancers surrounding us. Unfortunately, it's just us. Next time I'm going to persuade these two to come and do all the dancing bits. And yeah, we get some of this stew off look.
I mean, look at this.
Here, there's some very crispy stuff on these benches. There will be here all night. Look at the cobwebs already. It's dreadful. Absolutely awful. Caesar cloth will be the font and dice. We flash and dash, sing all hay, the kirk was shining bright. We flash and dash, see us scrub, we've really got the knack. We'll do the shake and bang and put the freshness back. And when we leave the sea, the place is nice and clean. We flash and dash. Oh, you're gonna see my shiny shimmy shake. Oh, I'll shake my duster till the cobwebs break. Here, I've got my boiler steaming. Sing, we'll leave the place just gleaming.
was possible for two sisters to have so much talent. And I can only say a huge thank you for all the effort you put in. It's absolutely amazing. So will you put your hands together?
With a song that has a very deep purpose, and you'll find out that purpose at the end of the song.
We're a couple of dolls, we're gone in the village halls, cleaning up graffiti scribbled on all the lobby walls. Cleaning women are we, consigned for eternity, to clean up after the fucking kitchen of WC. The WI have asked us up to scroll, but how are we to get there? That's the road, that's the road. We could drive up to Moniaive, but the petrol's up in price. We'd skate up to Moniaive, but she's used up all the ice. We could ride on the motorbikes, but the wheelers got one bikes. So we'll walk up to Moniaive, I will walk up to Moniaive, but to walk up to Moniaive's what we like. We're a couple of chars, we clean new hotels and bars. We'd like to be on telly, cause we think that we could be stars. First-rate scrubbers are we, clean farm aristocracy. But what we'd really like's our weekly gig with the BBC. What do you I have asked us up to see?
Style with a song that has a very deep purpose, and you'll find out that purpose at the end of the song.
We're a couple of dolls, we're gone in the village halls, cleaning up graffiti scribbled on all the lobby walls. Cleaning women are we, consigned for eternity, to clean up after the fucking kitchen of WC. The WI have asked us up to scroll, but how are we to get there? That's the road, that's the road. We could drive up to Moniaive, but the petrol's up in price. We'd skate up to Moniaive, but she's used up all the ice. We could ride on the motorbikes, but the wheelers got one bikes. So we'll walk up to Moniaive, I will walk up to Moniaive, but to walk up to Moniaive's what we like. We're a couple of chars, we clean new hotels and bars. We'd like to be on telly, cause we think that we could be stars. First-rate scrubbers are we, clean farm aristocracy. But what we'd really like's our weekly gig with the BBC. What do you I have asked us up to see? But how are we to get there? That's the thing, that's the thing.
song that has a very deep purpose, and you'll find out that purpose at the end of the song.
We're a couple of dolls, we're gone in the village halls, cleaning up graffiti scribbled on all the lobby walls. Cleaning women are we, consigned for eternity, to clean up after the funkin' kitchen of WC. The WI have asked us up to scroll, but how are we to get there? That's the road, that's the road. We could drive up to Moniaive, but the petrol's up in price. We could skate up to Moniaive, but she's used up all the ice. We could ride on one motorbikes, but we're wheelers got one bikes. So we'll walk up to Moniaive, I will walk up to Moniaive, 30 walk up to Moniaive's what we like. We're a couple of chars, we clean new hotels and bars. We'd like to be on telly, cause we think that we could be stars. First-rate scrubbers and we clean for aristocracy. But what we'd really like's a weekly gig with the BBC. What do you I have asked us up to see? But how are we to get there? That's the thing, that's the thing. We could sail up to Moniaive, but our raft has gone adrift. We could hitchhike to Moniaive, but then we'd give us a lift. We could jump on a whistle's bus, but we haven't got the fare. So we'll walk up to Moniaive, I will walk up to Moniaive.